Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Divine Guidance. And today we're going to be doing the Sacred Path cards, okay, and along with the workbook. And we are going to be doing this for June 8th through, let me see, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, I'm sorry, to June 14th. And if that's incorrect, it'll be posted correctly on the video. So, anyways, we're going to be doing our reading and our teaching and stuff. And, I hope that you guys got quite a bit out of the last video and, to where what do you call it? You did your homework on it. Okay. Because remember, you have to do your homework on these, that way you can get something out of them and, and learn and get the healing that it is that we're needing out of it. Okay. But work on it, do your homework, take in what it is that is being said. Just don't let it go in one ear and not the other, like we did when we were kids or, a teenager, when we didn't want to be listening to our parents or anything like that. Okay. You're listening to these videos and watching these videos for a reason. Okay, and the reason is because you want health, you want healing in your life. Okay, because I know that that's why I do these, just to help you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do the set the intention. I'm gonna shuffle the cards, set the intention for you know the angels, the spirit guides, God, our creator, the one who brought us into life and everything. And we ask that they give us guidance in what it is that we need to know for this week, uh, what we need to work on, to help bring healing into our life and everything. So I'm just going to do the shuffling and see what wants to come out. And if nothing actually wants to come out, then I'll choose a card. I'll spread them out and see which one wants to come out. All right, so it doesn't look like anything wants to really pop out. Actually, one kind of did. All right, so let's see what popped out. Ooh, cool. And this one is Whirling Rainbow. Whirling Rainbow. Whirling Rainbow. And it says unity and wholeness achieved. Unity and wholeness achieved. So let's go ahead and break out the handy dandy little workbook and let's see what it has to say about this. Okay. And again, I will be reading it and giving insight into it, a little bit more, what has led to me to give and everything. So, all right. So are we ready? And I hope you guys got your journals. That way you can, write down or anything. And you can always go back and, what do you call it? Replay the video so that way you have it and, go back and listen in case if you missed anything, you can re-listen to it and everything. So I'm just going to go ahead and get me some water here. All right, sorry about that. My son went for a nice little walk and I forgot to hydrate when I got back. All right, so I'll put my reading glasses on. Don't be making fun of me. All right. Yeah, all right. So here we go. Okay, Whirling Rainbow. Whirling Rainbow. And the attributes, like I always read the attributes and the challenges. Okay, so the attributes: honoring the wholeness of life, acknowledging alignment, sensing no inner or outer struggles, completing a goal or project, feeling at one meant with all life and at home with self, finishing a step or lesson. Challenges: recognizing healing, acknowledging completion, judging accomplishments as not being enough, refusing to take on others' issues, looking for everything that is wrong in the self, unconditional love for the self of others. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the individual applications, okay? If the whirling rainbow has entered your dreams, it is a sign that you are awakening to your potential. The wobble created by this type of healing may be occurring in your life, and you may be confronting the parts of yourself that no longer apply to your present path. The disharmony of your old identity may still be in your sacred space. If so, it should be encircled with a rainbow of peace and allowed to dissipate on its own. Okay, so basically, this coming out is showing, okay, that we're finally awakening to the potential of, of who we are, of what it is that we're called to do, what it is we are to be. Okay, we're called to be a healer. Then those doors, things are awakening for you to be able to do that. If you're there to be to help people, to teach people, just to be there to listen to people, those areas are going to be awakened. They're going to be opened up. Okay, and of course, we're here for healing. So this is why it's bringing up the healing, the disharmony of your old identity of who you used to be or who you used to think of who you are. Um, is coming to an end. So there, it may still be there. But you need to let it go. Okay, like it says, if so, it should be encircled with the rainbow of peace and allowed to dissipate in its own. Okay, so with all this that we're doing with the healing, with the teachings and everything, and the other teachings that I do, that for the oracle card reading, you should be receiving quite a bit, from. You probably see the glare of yourselves or the video that I'm doing. You should be able to be receiving the healing that that you're getting from these teachings and stuff. Okay, so if you're asking for a peaceful solution in some area of your life, call upon the whirling rainbow, asking the whirling rainbow to enter the dreams of any disharmonious person or unhappy situation in order to awaken those concerned to your peaceful intent. This action will bring you to a new sense of harmony and inner peace. Okay, so if there's still some situations, somebody's still, in your space, giving you a hard time or whatnot, then you ask the whirling rainbow to help dissipate that. Like I said earlier, to allow it to dissipate on its own, your problems, your issues, and stuff like that. And if there's certain people that is in your circle, then maybe you need to kind of like help them to bring healing into your life, into their life and everything. That way they will not just sucking you dry. All right. This action will bring you a new sense of harmony and inner peace. You're reminded that if others cannot see your desire to be a peacemaker, it is not your duty to take on their issues. Okay, so we are called to help others, if that's your calling, to listen to them, but to help them. But it's not to where whatever issues they're having, you take that on to your own life. You don't want that, because then that's just going to bring you down. Okay, so then you need to put a barrier there and keep yourself protected. That way you're not being bogged down with their stuff. Okay, you don't want that to happen, because that happens, you allow yourself to get bogged down with their issues and everything, then it's going to live and it's going to grow in with you, and then you'll end up having the same issues that they're having, and we don't want that. Okay. On another level, the whirling rainbow may be calling you to look at the unity or lack of it in your present situation. Is your purpose clear? Are you united in heart and mind? Do your words match your actions? Okay, so things have to match up in your life of what you want to do, what you're called to do, what your healing process and everything. If it's not, then we need to take care of that. Okay. So the words match your actions. Is what you're saying, matching what it is that you're doing. If you're talking peace, are your actions showing that you're peaceful? Okay, here it's showing about being a peacemaker. And it's talking a lot about peace, peaceful, peacemaker, peace, inner peace. You know, it's all there. So, you know, we need to find out. Okay, are what we're saying matching what it is that we're doing? Okay, are we talking blessings and our actions speaking for our blessings? You know, is it showing, yeah, we are blessed? Okay, are we spiritual? Okay, are we saying, yeah, are we talking spiritual, talking all this stuff, you know, about God and peace and not cursing and this and that? But are your actions or your words, you know, matching what it is that you're saying? You gotta think about that because like there's so many people that say that yeah, they're Christians, but they're nowhere being Christ-like. Okay, so I'll just leave it at that. All right. If your focus has wavered, look at any opinions, judgments, or lies you may be carrying regarding the path you are presently on. Okay, so we need to look at ourselves, look at our inner self, look at what it is that's happening. You know, that way we can fix what it is that's not right. Okay. Do these blockages match the feelings in your heart? If not, toss them into the whirling rainbow to be washed clean by the life-giving rains. Okay, so again, we need to take care of this stuff. We need to, you know, get them cleansed. We need to get them, you know, we need to get them fixed. Okay, there is no use in allowing doubts to be magnified in your sacred space. Okay, we all have our little area where we call our own. We don't like nobody passing through that. You know, at least, you know, I shouldn't say nobody. You know, yeah, we have our family where our spouses, our kids, you know, we allow into our little sacred space, our little circle, if you say. You know, we have usually our sacred spaces like around arm width, part, you know, like at the edge of our fingertips, you know, as far as we can reach. That's usually what's considered our little sacred space. It could be a little bit more. Our home could be our considered our sacred space also. Okay, we don't want that yucky stuff to be in there because then that brings disharmony, that brings negative energy and everything like that into our space, and we don't want that, especially when we're trying to have healing and peace in our life. Okay, these types of blockages only serve to confuse and eliminate progress. Doubts create disharmony and judgment of self and others. Unity is a key word to the Whirling Rainbow card. Remember that warriors of the rainbow are the women and men who look inside their sacred space to do battle with those parts of the self that destroy harmony, as opposed to soldiers who look outside to fight the parts of themselves they see in others. Okay, so we're supposed to be looking at ourselves, fix what it is about ourselves, and not worrying about trying to fix others per se. Okay, saying, oh, you know, well, you got this wrong, you got this wrong, you got this wrong, you need to do this and this and this and this and this. Okay, that's completely different from, say, like what I'm doing here, giving you these teachings, you know, doing the card readings and stuff like that to help bring healing into your life, to bring, you know, to help us fix our life so we can have peace and have love, self-love, forgiveness, self-forgiveness, so we can be able to, you know, show that off and how you can radiate that out to others. Okay, radiating the love, the God kind of love. Okay, because if we can't love ourselves, we can't forgive ourselves, how is it that we're going to be able to love and forgive others? You know, so we need to stop trying to fix everybody, you know, instead of, and we got to look at ourselves and fix ourselves. All right. Maintaining unity may mean leaving the arena where others insist on fighting you and each other. We are not walking the earth mother to create the illness of diversity and separation. There is so much separation, diversity, and everything going on in this world, disharmony, you know, a lot of bad stuff going on in this world. And, you know, we need to, as they say, we need to pick and choose our battles. If you're not called to be in a certain battle, then you shouldn't be in that battle. Okay, there's certain battles that, you know, we're gifted in that we should be in. It's like in the military, you have your infantry, you have your special forces, you have your rangers, your pathfinders, you have your airborne rangers, you have your special forces, you have all these different warriors in there, that specialize in certain things. Okay, and they go do their job in those areas. Okay, it's the same thing here. We're gifted, we're talented, we're called into certain areas in our life to be able to go out and to do battle in certain places. It's like, some people are called into the deliverance ministry, some people are called into the healing ministry, some people are called just to teach. And I know I'm talking about churchly things and stuff like that, but still, in being a light worker, a light worker is one who's there to help to bring healing into the world. Some are healers, some are to show love, some are in different areas. Okay, and that's what we need to find our our niche, our calling. What is it that we're called to do? What is it we're called to do battle with? We're not called to do battle in every single thing. So that's why we need to pick and choose our battles. Okay. I hope that's pretty clear, straightforward for you. I hope it's not too confusing. I mean, to me, it's pretty straightforward. Um, we are not okay. Warriors of the rainbow are the forerunners of the fifth world of peace, and peace begins with our sense of wholeness. Okay, so peace begins with us. If we don't have peace in our life, or we don't have peace in our hearts, and it starts in our hearts, we don't have peace in our minds, in our family, in our household, in our sacred space, then how are we going to project, how are we going to bring peace into the world? We need to start with, within first. Okay? Wholeness is achieved when we have removed the wreckage of separateness that blocks our ability to find unity with self. Let me repeat that again. Wholeness is achieved when we have removed the wreckage of separateness that blocks our ability to find unity with self. Okay, so basically we need to get rid of all that yucky stuff that is messing us up. Okay, and that's where we got to look into our hearts, look into ourselves, and help ourselves first before we can help others. There was a lot of issues, a lot of stuff I had to take care of before I can actually do things to be able to help others. Okay, there was a lot. Okay, so and before I was able to help anybody, I had to take care of myself. I had to find peace. I was a very angry person at one time. I had to find peace in order to have, to show love to people. I had to have that self love. That's, I had to receive the love of God in my heart so I can love myself. Learn from Him so I can love myself. That way I can love others. Because without that, there was no way I was going to be able to love others. Okay. This type of healing allows us to supersede the unrest that may be present in the world around us. If we make time to acknowledge the moments when we feel that we have completed some lesson, healing process, or goal, we can achieve wholeness or closure in that area. Okay, so we need to take that time, look at it, acknowledge, hey, okay, that is complete. I am complete in that area. Okay, let me start working on the next thing. Okay. Then we can move to our next lesson. Just like I said, then we can move on to our next lesson without feeling like we have lost an opportunity to enjoy the fruits of our labors. Okay, it's like these teachings, these healings, these things that I'm doing with the sacred path. Okay, we move on each week, but we should be working on this stuff from that time until the next time I do these teachings. Because we need to rid ourselves of all that stuff. We need to help bring healing into our life before we can actually fully get into the other one. Okay. Now I'm not saying, okay, we're gonna end up being completely rid of it. Okay, but we should be halfway there, or working on it, getting the process. I mean, yeah, it could be done within a week. depending on what the issue is. Some issues can be taken care of right away, some might take a little bit longer, but it's that continuation of working on it, and it's always going to be a work in progress. Okay? Taking time to feel the thrill of our new states of awareness brings unity with them. Wholeness would then be easier to recognize in the future. Completion should always be celebrated. So when you complete something and you recognize it, you acknowledge it, and you say, yeah, okay, that is done, man, celebrate, be happy, be joyful. You can share with close relatives, family, those who you want to let into your little circle of what it is that you're doing, okay, what you accomplished. And then people will be able to notice too your accomplishments. Okay, it's not like they're not going to be able to tell that there's a difference in you. People will notice that there is a big difference in your life. When there's been healing in your life, they're going to look at you and be like, wow, there's something different about you. What is it you're doing? It's like when you lose weight or something. People notice that there's a change in your life, and they look at you as like, there's something different about you. Did they start going down the list. Did you do your hair differently? Did you color your hair? Or, and then they started, you wearing something new? Or, oh, did you lose weight? Or something. You know how that goes. Okay. um, Life presents opportunities for us to achieve unity and wholeness at every turn if we are willing to acknowledge every tiny step along the way. Okay, look for the signs, look for ways, look for little doors, windows that are open in order to be able to walk through and climb through them, so that there'll be change in our life. Okay, we need to be able to acknowledge and to notice when those opportunities are there to be able to help us. Okay, it may be necessary to release the idea that our accomplishments are never enough. Okay, if you're still hurting from a lack of appreciation or acknowledgement, it is time to begin doing this for yourself. Okay, don't worry if people aren't acknowledging or noticing what it is that the change that's going on in your life. Some people just aren't, they're just too busy with their own life, going through with their hectic life, maybe problems of their own and stuff, that they're not able to realize that there is a change going on in you. If they don't sweat it. The most important thing is acknowledging that, yeah, okay, there's a change in my life. Yeah, I look thinner, or yeah, I'm happier, or man, I'm not getting as angry as much, or I'm not cursing as much or cussing as much. you know I feel more peace, I feel more love, the different things. So we need to look at that and acknowledge that for ourselves. Who cares if anybody else doesn't acknowledge it? All matters is that you notice it, and of course, God Himself, He notices it. He's there. He's helping. In all instances, the whirling rainbow speaks to us of the way in which we view the interaction of our bodies, hearts, minds, and spirits. Basically, everything I was just saying. Okay, everything that I was just saying. If these parts of the self are in harmony, we have begun the process of working in unity. Okay, so all these things, our body, our heart, our spirit, our minds, we should have all that in balance. We should be in harmony with it. We should be at peace with it. Everything should be balanced. It's like energy work. The Reiki or any kind of energy work, working with the chakras. If our chakras are balanced and working in harmony the way they should be, we shouldn't be sick. We should be full of energy. We should be joyful. We should have, self-love. We should radiate that energy out. You know, people should be drawn to us all the time, and wondering, hey, what's going on. So, you know again, if they don't acknowledge that, don't sweat it. Okay, it doesn't mean that there's not any change going on. Sometimes it just takes a little while because they're so busy in their life, okay, with their own issues. But all this stuff should be in harmony. Okay, like I said, just like the chakras, they should all be working in harmony. Our crown chakra, our third eye chakra, our throat chakra, our heart chakra, solar plexus, our second chakra. I can't remember the actual name for it, and our base chakra, is our sacral. Okay, all those should be working in harmony. Okay, just like all this should be working in harmony. What we're talking about again, the bodies, the hearts, minds, and the spirits. Okay, that we should all be in self harmony. As we release the struggles or resistance in each aspect of our lives, we make room for new levels of awareness to appear. These new ideas are freed from our subconscious when we acknowledge that our last lesson is complete. Okay, our body is full of lessons. It's just like in the church. As you get closer to God and we move up on another level. Okay, as we get rid of stuff, as we grow stronger in Him spiritually and everything, it's you move up another level. It's just like here, our lessons that we learn. This what we're going through here. These are lessons. Once we start seeing, okay, this is taking place. Okay, I feel better. All that stuff from the last lesson. Okay, yeah, I feel like that's all complete. Boom, we're done. Okay, so we get to move on completely with the next thing. When we move forward and grow further into wholeness, we are asked to love each opportunity and to celebrate each success. I don't need to go over that. I mean, it's already been said, I don't know how many times, okay? The whole person then finds her or his connections to all our relations full of new unity, because unconditional love and inner serenity mark their sense of wholeness. Okay, so we, as we work on ourselves, as we work on these teachings, work on this healing process, you know, we're gonna feel that wholeness. We're gonna feel those voids being, filled. We're gonna feel complete in ourselves. We're just gonna feel that balance, in our life. We're gonna have more love, more peace, more joy, everything going on, and we're gonna be content. Okay. Yes, it's a process. There's things that we need to take care of, and that's what we're here for. Okay, that's just what we're doing this. Okay, so I hope you got a lot out of this, teaching. It's been a big blessing. I hope that you share this. Do your homework. All right, do your homework. I know I surely am. I'm gonna do my homework myself. Okay. Um, like I said, I get out of these just as much as you guys get out of it. Okay. The difference is we need to make sure that we're practicing it. Again, we can't just listen to it, watch it, and not do anything. Just it goes in and poof, and it's gone. Okay. We're never going to receive our healing if we don't do what it is that we need to do in order to bring healing in our life. All right. So work on it. Share it with others. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. You never know what they could be going through, what they need healing in. All right. So until next week, I'm actually going to get this one done in under 30 minutes. It's actually 28 minutes right now. So um, just work on it, okay? Share it. All right. Until next week, God bless. Peace be with you. Namaste.